Buckle up, because what you're about to witness is a roller coaster of courtroom drama. This is the C.
Ms. Rubio, I have to ask you some questions if I'm going to reinstate this bond. The questions I ask you will not be about the underlying facts of the case. Drug use. Oh, if I drug test you right now, what are the results going to be?
Negative.
Okay. All right, we'll do a drug test and then we'll come back. So counsel, we'll do a UA today. And if there are no issues with the UA, then I won't add conditions of treatment.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So before we do that, you're saying it's going to be negative.
Now here's something interesting. Miss Rubio confidently claims she'll test negative for drugs, only for that to unravel spectacularly later. This moment sets the tone for what the judge eventually calls out: a pattern of dishonesty. It's a bold move to lie in court, especially under a judge with zero tolerance for games. But this isn't just about the drug test, it's about trust. And in this courtroom, trust is currency.
All right. Could you UA? They'll give you a UA today. And then Mr. Sandoval will take that up.
Thank you, Judge.
Court is calling 2023 CR 4281A, State of Texas versus Vanessa Rubio. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
For the state.
Defense.
Your Honor, good morning. Frankie Sandoval on behalf of Ms. Rubio.
Are you Ms. Rubio? Ms. Rubio, I'm showing you what's entitled Court Admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, I did.
Did you understand you're charged with the offense of theft of a firearm?
A theft of a firearm. Not just any theft charge, this one carries serious weight. In Texas, it's a state jail felony, which means up to 2 years behind bars and a $10,000 fine. When the judge confirms that Rubio understands this, she nods. But watch closely. This moment foreshadows what's to come: her willingness to plead no contest. Why? Because a deeper strategy may be unfolding with her attorney behind the scenes.
That's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. State is not making any recommendations on your application for deferred. Is she applying for deferred?
And Your Honor, for clarification, after the discussion with Ms. Rubio, we would respectfully request that we go forward on a regular community supervision. Your Honor, she does not wish to apply for deferred, and in the interest of justice, pending any type of evaluations that the court deems them fit, I would ask for sentencing today, Your Honor.
All right. So the state recommends community supervision. They're taking consideration night mag number 716819, grand jury number 78513, JN number 2097716. There's to be restitution to Kyle Barney, KYLEBORNE. And you ought to agree that this crime was committed as a party with Gordon and Nicholas Sarabia. Did you understand that to be the plea? Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement?
This right here is huge. Rubio agrees that she acted as a party with Gordon and Nicholas Sarabia. In legal terms, that means she's not just admitting her own role, but also acknowledging her involvement alongside 2 others. That's a major concession. Courts take party to a crime involvement seriously, especially when it involves restitution. The implication: her ties to Sarabia and Gordon aren't just personal, they're criminal.
The state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 200 hours community service restitution. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State offers State's Exhibit 1 and all of their attachments.
No objection, Judge.
Are you proceeding with sentencing?
In the interest of justice, that would be our request, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, I stand here with Ms. Rubio. As the court is aware, we had a minor issue with respect to her bond. In order for judicial efficiency and to get on with her life and begin the process of putting this behind her, She sought my direction at attempting to resolve all matters. And that's what she wanted to do today, is to accept responsibility, come forward and start the process of putting this behind her with whatever conditions the court deems appropriate, given the totality of the circumstances and the information the court learned today.
All right. Are you employed?
No.
How do you support yourself?
Currently I am not, since I went to jail for this, I lost my job, so I'm still looking for a new one.
So when's the last time you were employed?
The beginning of June, or the middle of June, I guess. Maybe about the middle of June.
Do you have any children?
Yes, 2.
What are their ages?
She just turned 12 and 14.
Who do they live with?
They reside with both me and their dad.
Who is the father?
William Bloodworth is one of them.
I'm sorry, who?
William Bloodworth. He is the father of my daughter.
Mhm.
And my son's father is not involved. He takes that place of that.
So you're saying you're living with William Bloodworth? Yeah, but in this, it says that Nick Sarabia is your boyfriend. That's what it says in the police report.
Okay.
No, I mean, it's not okay. That's what it says in the police report.
And
So
he
who is
was-
this other person?
That is my kid's, sorry, that is my kid's father.
No, you didn't mention Nick Sarabia as being the father of
No,
any.
he's not the father of my kids.
So you said that Nick Sarabia was the children's father, but you just told me.
This is the unraveling moment. The judge catches her in lie after lie. From who fathered her kids, to who she's living with, to her drug use. It's a full-on contradiction collision. And let's be real. Judges don't forget. Her changing story makes her credibility evaporate right before our eyes. It's not just messy. It's damning. And the judge's memory? Razor sharp. My mind is a steel trap, she says. And at this point, Rubio's story is caught in it.
That
I'm sorry, he is not the children's father. He was the boyfriend at the time. He is locked up right now. We have not spoken.
Mhm. And then why were you dishonest with me about your drug test?
I'm sorry. That was 7 days ago. I didn't think that it was me.
No. That should not be in your system from 7 days ago. When's the last time you used and what are you using on a regular basis?
7 days ago.
What are you using?
There was meth on 7 days ago.
No, listen to my question. What drugs are you using?
Meth.
How often are you using meth?
Last time I did it was 7 days ago. 7 days.
And what else are you using?
Nothing else.
And what is the father, Mr. Bloodworth, what is he using?
Nothing. Oh, your brother? Nothing.
I find that people,
We don't live together. We both share custody of my kids. They live with me and then they live with their dad.
okay,
We
she's,
do a joint custody.
time out. You're being very dishonest and slippery with me because I asked you, my mind is a steel trap, but I wanted the court reporter to read back because maybe my mind is failing, but I highly doubt that. You told me that your children were living with you and their father, and you said the other father he's not a part of anything. Now you're telling me, oh no, he doesn't live with me. It's on and off. You've been dishonest with me from the very beginning. You were dishonest when I asked you if you're going to be positive. You were dishonest about that. Then you were dishonest about Bloodworth. I don't even know if this is this person's real name or not. Then you were dishonest about Sarabia. At first, and later you said he was the father of your children. Now he's not the father of your children. You're just being dishonest all across the board with the court, and I don't appreciate it. And dishonesty has nothing to do with nerves. You heard my questions. My questions were very specific.
Yes.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to recall the warrant.
2 years in jail, suspended and probated for 4 years. But don't mistake that for leniency. The judge layers on conditions. No contact with minors unsupervised, CPS compliance, random visits, intensive outpatient treatment, and absolutely no contact with co-defendants. It's a powerful example of how probation isn't freedom. It's a legal tightrope. And in this case, one wrong move means it's straight to jail.
I'm going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Is CPS involved in your life?
No.
Well, I mean, why are you saying no? Like they should be using meth and you're taking care of children. CPS should be involved in your life. So I'm going to want CPS compliance. If CPS is involved in her life, I don't know if they are or not. She's been dishonest with the court. I'm going to want the UA hotline until further notice. Intensive parenting classes. I'm going to want field visits, random, one time per month until further notice. Please check on the children. There's to be no contact with the person who she's saying may or may not be the child's father. There's to be no contact with Nicholas, Anthony, Sarabia. And that means if he's at the Bexar County Jail and he calls you and you know it's coming from the jail because they're going to ask you if you'll accept the collect call, you need to hang up because otherwise I'm going to count that as contact. And it's easy to see if that's happening because they keep a record of every phone call from the jail. Do you understand? There's to be no contact with William Clark Gordon. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Taking consideration NIBAC number 716819. And Brittany, if you could do the rejection for me on that case. 200 hours of community service restitution, those will not be waived. TAP evaluation. And once the TAP evaluation is complete, she's going to start with intensive outpatient treatment. And the court is noting for the record that she's agreed she was acting as a party with William Gordon and Nicholas Sarabia. Probation, is there anything else she needs?
No, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Your children are dependent on you to raise them, and they cannot be raised by you if you are using drugs. And the people that you bring into your children's life should be people who are not using drugs. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 4281A State versus Vanessa Faye Rubia. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Alfonso Otero on behalf of Ms. Rubio.
Are you Ms. Rubio?
Yes, I am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and State's Motion to Supplement Pending Motion to Revoke Probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did.
Are you the same Vanessa Faye Rubio who was placed on community supervision in 2023 CR 4281A for the offense of theft of a firearm on August 7, 2023 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes.
Here comes the second act of this legal saga, and it's brutal. Rubio missed 9 straight months of probation check-ins, followed by another 3 months. That's a full year of zero reporting. Whether it's due to medical issues or not, in the court's eyes, that's a major violation. And the kicker? She pleads true to all of it, which means she knows what's coming. The question now is, will any explanation soften the court's response?
All right, state.
Violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Vanessa Faye Rubio did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
In violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Vanessa Faye Rubio did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of January, February, and March 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And we'll waive and abandon the remainders, Your Honor.
Any objections?
No, Judge.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violations 4 and 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 4 and 4?
Yes.
All right, the court will find violations 4 and 4 true. Is there an agreement or no?
No,
No.
Judge, it is the case we talked about that we
Yes.
need the
No,
medical.
I remember. I'm just trying to see if there's an agreement. All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing. I did receive information that your client was in the hospital. I think the state is aware of that as well. So the real question is going to be when?
Right.
And are we saying that she was in the hospital for these months that she did not report?
She lost her sight for a while, so we need the documents to see exactly what happened, so the court can consider how that may have impacted.
I mean, I'll consider it, but we go back to whether or not these months that you've pled true to of not reporting, whether or not this was the time you were in the hospital. I mean, that's what I want to know. Because if this is not the time you were in the hospital, then you're being in the hospital, that's just sort of mitigation, but it's not really an excuse for not reporting. For example, April through December 2024, if you're in the hospital for all of that time, then the court will understand, okay, she can't do things because she's in the hospital. But if you were not in the hospital for those days, then the question that I would want, and I'm giving you all this information so that I can get this type of information. The question I would want to know is, where were you and why were you not reporting? And it goes the same for January, February, March 2025. Where were you if you were not in the hospital? You understand?
This is a classic legal pivot. Rubio claims medical hardship, specifically losing her vision, but when pressed, admits she wasn't in the hospital during those key months. The judge makes a critical point. You can still pick up a phone. Courts aren't heartless, but they do expect effort, especially from someone already on probation. In this case, the lack of documentation becomes more damaging than the medical issue itself. It's not just about being sick. It's about staying accountable.
So if you were not in the hospital during those time periods, you probably need to let your attorney know, because he's going to be seeking certain information to show that either probably that you were in the hospital or that you had some type of medical issue that you were overly concerned about. And that's why you didn't report. But for the court, it's easy to pick up the phone to call somebody and say, hey, I'm having medical issues. So this is the type of information I'm going to want. But if that information is not there, then don't have your attorney spinning his wheels to get information that does not exist. Do you understand? Okay. All right. So does this information exist?
I believe that it's considered a factor, yes.
I'm sorry?
I believe it's considered a factor.
All right. So, and you're not an oath. So my question though is, these dates where you pled true to not reporting, were you in the
I
hospital?
was not in the hospital, no, but I was seeking care for it was a big issue at the time. It was concerning for myself, and I spent more time considering that. I did mess up and not call, and that's my fault. I pled true to that.
Okay. And so my understanding, you all don't have an agreement,
No.
and what would you be asking for?
Well, just give.
No, I mean, if you
Oh,
were,
what would I-
if you're just, I'm just trying to figure out where we are, so I'll know.
Yeah,
What would you
yes,
be asking for?
To keep her on probation, there's ISF recommendation, or whatever the court means necessary to bring the defendant in compliance, and having an opportunity to continue her treatment for her eyes.
All right, and state, what would you be asking for?
We're asking for revocation and 2 years in the state jail.
Okay, all right, so now I know where everyone is and you know where everyone is. So how long is it gonna take for you to get the information you're seeking?
I think the jail has him, I mean, I probably can try to, she's going back and sign a HIPAA for me. And once that's done, I just contact the jail and see what they have for me.
So does the jail have this information?
Yes, because I used UT Health for all of the treatment before I was incarcerated as well. So they have access to all the records.
Okay, so then maybe if you have one of the nurses there, if she signs HIPAA, then you can have the nurses Zoom in and testify if you want to do that.
That'd be great, Judge. Yes,
All right, is there anything else?
nothing else, Judge.
All right, and then what I discovered when I was a defense attorney,
Yeah.
if you just call over to the jail and ask to speak to the nurse, once you sign your release, they should be able to give him the information very quickly, but you have to do your part, okay? And counsel, if there's an issue with communicating with them, just let me know, and if you want me to see if I could help expedite things, I'll do that.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
All right, thank you. So counsel, do you have any medical documentation?
No, Judge, we were unable to do that, and last time we reached an agreement with the state. We're not going to provide the record.
All right, so you don't have the medical records?
No, Judge, but we have an agreement.
There are no medical records?
No, Judge.
All right, so she has previously pled true to violations 4 and 4. The court previously found 4 and 4 true. So now we're here for sentencing. And what the court wanted was information about her medical. And you all stated that you want to proceed with sentencing without the court having medical information. All right. So then the only question is what her sentence should be. The maximum amount of time that she can face is 2 years in the state jail facility. So does anyone wish to speak to that, or is there an agreement, or no?
State would be in agreement with defense's recollection of 18 months, Your Honor.
And are you in agreement with 18 months?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, the court is going to grant the motion, revoke you, sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no residing with minors. All right, and there's to be no contact with Nicholas Sarabia or Kyle, K-Y-L-E, Born, B-O-R-N-E.
In the end, Vanessa Rubio was sentenced to 18 months in the state jail facility after the court revoked her probation. The reasons? Repeated dishonesty, missed probation check-ins, and a lack of accountability despite second chances. The judge's message was crystal clear. Being a parent, a partner, or a patient doesn't excuse avoidance, especially when lives and public safety are involved. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. This is real justice, raw, unfiltered, and powerful.
All right, good luck to you. Texas versus Nicholas Sarabia. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor. Robert Barrett on behalf of the screen for Mr. Sarabia.
All right, and are you Mr. Sarabia?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right. All right, we're proceeding in the cause number ending 4173, and this will run concurrent with 2023 CR 3923. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. Taken in consideration, 2023 CR 344 45 3291 90 3851 4218B. And there is to be no contact with Vanessa Rubio. All right, we can go off the record. How old are you?
37.
30 what?
37.
All right, you're getting close to where you're in the twilight of your life. You're gonna have to start making better decisions. Otherwise, you're gonna end up spending a majority of your life in prison. Don't be that person. Don't be the grandfather at the prison, okay?